Hello, welcome to 10 Min Daily News Channel, where staying informed is as easy as dedicating 10 minutes a day. Thank you for watching us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's have a look at today's most important news. Chaos breaks out in New York City after underground tunnels were discovered under the Chabad Lubavitch World Headquarters in Brooklyn. The incident below reportedly took place to prevent a cement truck from filling the tunnels. According to the Crown Heights Info, the tunnels were made in the past 6 months in an effort to expand 770. Other reports suggest the tunnels were dug by yeshiva men during Cove D after they were locked out of 770. The tunnel reportedly stretched from the mikveh building to the women's portion of 770. The tunnel was discovered after someone started hearing people in his home. About 10 arrests were made after some refused to leave the tunnels. China aims to establish a new pattern of international relations by prioritizing peace and multilateralism in addressing global challenges, as stated by Foreign Minister Wang Yi. Iraq's PM calls for a quick and orderly exit of the international coalition forces. China says it will never compromise on its claims of sovereignty over Taiwan, as the U.S. and China conclude 2 days of military talks in Washington. Saudi Arabia says the estimates for its untapped mineral resources has surged from $1.3 trillion in 2016 to a new forecast of $2.5 trillion. Ecuador president says country is at war as gangs hold prison staff hostage. Ecuador's president orders armed forces to go after criminal gangs newly listed as terrorist organizations, after a spate of violence that included gunmen taking control of a TV station. Ecuadorian government spokesman reveals deportation of 500 foreign criminals and terrorists from prisons, with 90 cent originating from Colombia. President Daniel Noboa of Ecuador has stated, "We are actively seeking international funding and assistance in the realm of security." He mentioned that they have received proposals from the United States, China, Israel, and Argentina. The terrorist group Al-Shabaab captured a UN helicopter carrying 9 passengers in Somalia. 2 escaped and 1 was killed, officials said. US-UK forces repel largest attack by Houthis in Red Sea. The Houthis, who have been engaged in a civil war with Yemen's internationally recognized government since 2014, have said they launched the attacks on ships in the Red Sea with the aim of ending Israel's offensive in the Gaza Strip. Man who stabbed South Korean leader Lee Jae-myung on January 2nd didn't want him to become president, say Busan police. Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny cracks jokes in first court appearance since transfer to remote, high-security penal colony in the Arctic. UN slammed for allowing Security Council takeover by Gaza activists. Israel's targeted assassination program has flouted international law and the sovereignty of other nations for years, says UN Special Rapporteur on Human Rights and Counterterrorism Ben Saul. Senior Hamas official Osama Hamdan says captives held by groups will not return alive to families if Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu does not accept a complete cessation of aggression on the Gaza Strip. West Bank videos show Israeli troops killing teenager and driving over man's body. Israel has promised to defend itself as the International Court of Justice is set to hold public hearings in the case brought by South Africa. Saudi Arabia declared support for South Africa's genocide case against Israel. Turkish President Erdogan, Israel is surprised by the operation against the Israeli Mossad in Turkey. This is the first step. You will get to know Turkey. You haven't gotten to know Turkey yet, but you are destined to get to know it. On January 11th, South Africa and Israel will take the stand before the International Court of Justice, ICJ, in a case that could shape the ongoing Israel-Hamas war. The public hearing South Africa v. Israel will open tomorrow, Thursday, 11th of January 2024, at 10 a.m. World Health Organization, facing near insurmountable challenges in Gaza aid delivery, calls on Israel to approve access requests. Morocco expresses solidarity with Palestine and supports South Africa's genocide case against Israel at the International Court. Morocco to lead UN Human Rights Council despite protests from South Africa citing Rabat's human rights record. Namibia announced support for South Africa's genocide case against Israel at the International Court. Chinese Foreign Ministry: we renew the call for a comprehensive and immediate ceasefire and urge Israel to stop collective punishment against the residents of Gaza. Sec of State Antony Blinken says it's important for Palestinians to have effective governance. Egypt's President El-Sisi says it is time for a decisive stance from the international community pushing for a ceasefire. Chris Christie announces withdrawal from the 2024 presidential race during a campaign event. President Biden pulled ahead of former President Trump by 3 points in Pennsylvania, a pivotal battleground state the president won in 2020. Politico reports that Trump told top EU official that he would never aid Europe in the event of an attack on it. Trump will not be allowed to make his own closing argument in his New York civil fraud trial after his lawyers refused to guarantee he would stick to matters relevant to the case. Former President Trump: it would be hard to enjoy golden years of retirement without immunity. Donald Trump: I think we are nearing the end of our wonderful country as we know it. Hunter Biden stirred a political frenzy on Capitol Hill as Republicans try to hold him in contempt of Congress for defying a subpoena. George Conway: Trump legal team's immunity argument made absolutely no sense. Thank you for watching 10 Min Daily News Channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.